11 News with Paul Majors, Diana Pierce, Russell Sumoka, sports, and meteorologist Paul Douglas.
Tonight, police are appealing to the public, asking for your help in finding a 10-year-old youngster from North Minneapolis. Good evening. Lawrence Taylor was apparently afraid to go home because he'd been in trouble at school.
His disappearance comes at an ironic time, National Missing Children's Day. Taylor was last seen getting off his bus at 34th and Penn. And as KARE-11's Brad Woodard explains, his mother is at a loss because the 10-year-old is not prone to running away.
How y'all doing? We got a little boy missing around here.
Wherever Jerome may be, Lord, look down on him, Lord.
I'll pass him out.
Okay, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
You send him home.
Send him
Heavenly
home,
Father,
Lord.
for his mother. You know that she need him, Lord. You know that she need him, Lord.
If y'all see him, can y'all give us a call?
They're relying on faith
And we trust you right now, Lord.
and one another. For now, there is nothing more friends and relatives of Lawrence Taylor can do. The 10-year-old was last seen at 4:30 yesterday afternoon near the intersection of Penn and Newton. The bus had just dropped him off from school. When he didn't come home, his mother grew worried and called police.
I'm trying to hold on to the thought that he's just over a friend's house and he's just over there playing around. I don't want to think anything else.
Police are investigating a couple of possibilities, one of them rather grim, based upon the accounts of other children on the bus.
One of the kids came up with a story that a small red car, shiny car, stopped, and it was a black male, and he had his hair shaved in the back with a letter on his hair. But one of the kids supposedly said they went their separate ways, the driver and Lawrence. And the other one said he don't remember seeing anything other than him going up and talking to him for a couple of seconds.
Another possibility, police say Lawrence got into some minor trouble yesterday at school and told other children he was afraid to go home. As a result, investigators say they're going on the assumption that Lawrence ran away. Whatever the circumstances, Julissa Taylor simply wants her son back.
I want him to know that I love him and I want him to come home.
Lawrence, who also goes by the name Jerome, has no record of running away, and the more time that passes, obviously, the more concerned police become. Investigators are checking the addresses of all the children who ride the bus to make sure Lawrence isn't staying with a friend. If you know his whereabouts or have seen him, you can call the police department or Missing Children of Minnesota, and that number is 521-1188. Paul and Di.
All right, Brad, thank you. The man whose group made the initial offer to purchase the Timberwolves is fighting back, using the airwaves to, in his words, set the record straight. Businessman Bill Sexton talked about his failed attempt to buy the Wolves on KFan Radio for most of an hour. Sexton says his group pledged $1 million in earnest money with their first offer and were told it was unnecessary. He also believes that Marv Wolfenson and Harvey Ratner are downplaying Minnesota offers to take the heat off themselves.
That's the thing that's the most disappointing to me. If the two of them aren't being men about this, they're trying to drag the rest of us into it, that we weren't viable buyers and we weren't this. I'm sure that they passed us off as very viable buyers to New Orleans.
Marv Wolfenson listened to Sexton's radio interview in his office. Although he wouldn't comment on camera, Wolfenson admitted that earnest money was included in the first purchase offer, but added that it was dropped from any subsequent offers from the Sexton group. He also emphasized that all offers from the Minnesota group were non-binding and therefore non-acceptable. Now, to further muddy the waters and keep Twin Cities hopes alive, an NBA spokesman tells us that the deal between Harv and Marv and the city of New Orleans does not preclude a local buyer from buying the team and keeping it in Minnesota. In other words, the door is still open.
A South Minneapolis couple is charged tonight in the April shooting death of their 5-year-old son. Young David Jones actually pulled the trigger himself after finding a loaded gun in a box in his closet. The boy's parents, Dave Jones and Natasha Thompson, could spend 5 years in prison if found guilty of felony endangerment of a child for leaving the firearm where their son could find it. A Lakeville woman is building support against charges she murdered her 10-month-old daughter. In the first interview since her arrest, Julie McClure insists it was brittle bones and not abuse that caused the child's death. And as KARE-11's Dave Wildemuth found out, McClure's husband and friends believe her.
Jessica McClure was 10 months old and by all indications a healthy baby when she died of a skull fracture last August. Her parents told police the child had accidentally fallen, but when doctors did the autopsy, they discovered the baby had 14 broken bones in various stages of healing: ribs, legs, arms, and shoulders. Yesterday, the county attorney convinced a grand jury to indict the mother for murder.
The death occurred during the act of child abuse, during the commission of an act of child abuse. And the grand jury also found probable cause to believe that there had been a pattern of previous child abuse.
It's devastating. It hurts. We're good parents. We loved our children. This is devastating to have someone say, you hurt your child. No, we did not hurt our child.
We never hurt Jessica.
Julie and Robert McClure are Jessica's parents. They adopted her in 1993 after a year-long battle and a trip that took them all the way to China. They say they never hurt their daughter, loved her deeply, and were floored when told of the 14 fractures.
Absolutely stunned. I did not know what this man was talking about.
We thought they made a big mistake and they were telling some other people that their child was hurt. It wasn't our daughter. There's no way she could have had that many fractures without us knowing it.
The McClure's defense attorney says they have a world-renowned expert from Scotland that will testify that Jessica was born with a rare disease called osteogenesis imperfecta. It is a brittle bone disorder that affects 1 in 30,000 and would explain Jessica's x-rays. Prosecutors also have an expert that will dispute the defense's diagnosis, but the McClures say they know the truth.
Like I said, I'm not a doctor or a lawyer. I'll let those people do their things. All I know is what I know, and we were just parents who cared about our child.
Now they will be forced to prove it in court. Dave Wildermuth, KARE 11 News, Lakeville.
Julie McClure has been released on $50,000 bail. Her next court appearance is late August. Former Viking Keith Henderson is in custody tonight, wanted in 2 alleged rapes. Henderson was taken into custody in Moorhead. One of the charges accuses him of sexually assaulting an Eden Prairie woman last March. She reportedly became pregnant after the alleged attack.
We're pleased to report that following a KARE 11 story that ran earlier today, 12-year-old Alyssa Denson is getting her specialized golf cart fixed. The cart was vandalized Friday night. Alyssa relies on it when her various disabilities restrict her from getting around on her own. Well, within a half an hour of our story, the Minnesota State Patrol group Bears That Care called the Densons and pledged to fix the cart. About 10 to 15 members belong to the group, which visits youngsters in hospitals on a regular basis. Still ahead tonight, it truly is the grand finale for our friend and forecaster.
Paul Douglas is making his last trip to the backyard, but not without a lot of fanfare. Not only did the governor issue a proclamation making it goodbye, Paul, hello, Ken Week. Just hours ago, the Winter Carnival Court made him an honorary knight.
Yeah. Boreas is proud tonight, Paul Douglas, best of weather wizards predicting Twin Cities blizzards. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations.
And we'll keep the warm fronts to a minimum.
There you go.
Thank you.
Tonight's Backyard Bash winner of a trip to Orlando from Hobbit Travel is Mark Linwell. Congratulations.
At KARE 11, we built our reputation by being a caring member of the community.
This station has been actively involved for a long time.
In June, we take that commitment one step further by donating over $1 million of our airtime to local community organizations.
It's our way of using the power of television to visibly give back to our community.
And it's our hope that this will motivate others to give more of themselves.
It's also our way of saying thank you for giving so much already.
Even the good things in life must change, like America's best-selling convertible, Chrysler LeBaron convertible. So for '94, we decided to make a few extra changes. We included air, automatic power windows, and dual airbags standard. We even made a few structural improvements. Oh, and there was one other little change, the lease payment. It's not $429 a month, not even $329. The '94 Chrysler LeBaron convertible is just $249 a month, and that's change you can put in your pocket. Hurry to your Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
When a Cub reporter takes on a veteran newsman,
I put my story to bed hours ago. How about you?
They'll discover there's nothing like a killer story to bring 2 rivals together.
Hey, Peterson!
Julia Roberts.
No more tricks.
I thought you were one of them. Nick Nolte. No more double crossing.
Perfect.
I Love Trouble. Pearson. Rated PG. Sneak preview Saturday, June 25th.
freshest produce in the widest variety of styles and colors.
The time, 10 days only. The place, your Northland Ford dealer. The reason, Ford's big event. Your Northland Ford dealer has special allocations of the best-selling trucks in America. Save thousands on selected F-Series pickups, Rangers, Explorers, vans, even the new front-wheel drive Windstar. Just look for the special big event tags posted on every vehicle. It's the best time to save on the year's best selection. It's Ford's big event. Now through May 31st at your Northland Ford dealer. You don't want to miss it.
A place that's dedicated itself to saving kids from turning to the streets is itself in trouble.
The Circle of Discipline Gym has launched a war against street violence, letting teenagers take their frustrations out in the gym.
Several weeks ago, we told you about how the gym is winning the fight to change lives and give teens a new direction. But they're running out of money, and their building stands a chance of being taken away. KARE-11's John Stone and photographer Jim Douglas explain.
I'm pissed. Okay. All the things that we've been doing, and it seems like, nobody really cares.
Asmar Frazier and Ali Ibrahim had just received an eviction notice. They owe $2,400, 4 months' rent for this space on Chicago Avenue. If they don't come up with the money fast, they'll be in a legal arena answering to a judge. Theirs is a sweet success story that's recently turned sour. In 18 months, Ibrahim and Frazier have reached out to troubled kids with boxing. Kids like 16-year-old Vincent Robinson.
I just basically was hanging out like that on the corners, had people shooting at me, violent stuff like that. And this is just a way to come off and get away from all that.
In the past, Ibrahim and Frazier have kept the gym open with their own money, but their resources are limited. Now they face possible eviction.
It needs community involvement. It needs dollars. We need dollars.
Crudely put, money buys peace on the streets. Coaches have tamed anger and provided kids hope where there was none.
Relax with it.
Ask about a success story here, and inevitably his name is mentioned. Yeah. Kelvin Larkin.
Work on your technique.
Has been shot 3 times and robbed people to feed a drug habit.
He quit all the drugs, came in here, started boxing.
Put them together. Put them together.
And he learned that there's a lot more in the world right now than what's out there on the street.
We're not going to give up. We just have to pack it up, find a garage somewhere or find a basement somewhere, start all over again.
John Stone, KARE-11 News, Minneapolis.
Even though the Circle of Discipline came up with the $2,400 today, it still needs a financial break. Tomorrow morning, they'll find out if a 90-day reprieve from rent payments will be granted. That would be enough time for the gym to collect the money it needs. Well, if the Timberwolves leave town, the chances of professional hockey returning apparently look pretty good.
Russell Shamoka will explain next. But first, this Paul Douglas leaving KARE-11 thing is weighing heavy on some viewers' minds. Mari at YMCA even bought black balloons to work today and wrote a little note to Paul.
Notice, my quiet and somber demeanor this day is due to the departing of a longtime friend. One who has delighted me with many hours over the past 11 years. He is, see how tense I am, a man of many perspectives, some technical and some first-hand common sense. He has imparted to me his knowledge of a commonly held interest, as well as his humor. I hope all of you will understand my sadness at the leaving of Douglas Paul Kruhoffer.
You know, this new Mercury Sable's been designed with a great number of standard features. It was also designed with this great number.
Now lease Mercury Sable GS for just $269 a month for 24 months and enjoy features like power driver's seat, speed control, power windows and locks, dual airbag protection, and available anti-lock brakes. All just $269 a month.
Looks to me like the numbers are definitely in your favor. Mercury Sable. See your Lincoln Mercury dealer now for the best numbers around.
When the word gets out that Circuit City has such unbeatable low prices this Memorial Day weekend and 0% interest for 6 months on everything in store, everybody will want to go. Circuit City's Memorial Day weekend. So many unbeatable low prices and 0%. Now through Monday. Welcome to Circuit City, where service is state of the art.
Excuse me, we're out asking people about their new cars, and we want to know why you chose the Pontiac Grand Am.
It's a hot car. Very comfortable. It's got anti-lock brakes. It's great to drive. Standard airbag. I love this.
Did you compare it to the Accord?
Yeah, Grand Am costs thousands less.
Sounds like you like it.
I love it.
People love their new Pontiac Grand Ams, and for $3,000 less than Accord, you will too. Now get $1,000 cash back on a new Grand Am at your Pontiac Excitement dealers.
Wonder what that means. Yeah, welcome back to you from New Orleans.
Yeah, just before leaving the state of Louisiana this morning, heard on the radio stations down there that the people of New Orleans are pleading with the state of Utah to give them the name the Jazz. You think?
Think
I don't think they're going to. No, I don't think.
But the Jazz in Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
It doesn't go.
Well, the Wolves in New Orleans.
Yeah, you're right.
Not much better. So maybe they might do a switch, but I don't think so.
Hey, how about the Twins, itching to get back on the winning track, trying to snap a 2-game losing streak? Well, the game in Chicago tonight delayed by the wet stuff. It came down hard before the start of the game. Things were delayed about an hour and a half, but it did get underway. And now in the 6th inning, the Twins trailing the White Sox by a score of 4-1. Frank Thomas, 2 home runs already off of Twin starter Carlos Pulido. With the Timberwolves' impending move, will pro hockey return to the Twin Cities? There's a very good chance it will. Target Center will need a big-time occupant if the Wolves move out of town. Those teams rumored to be looking for new homes: Hartford, Winnipeg, and New Jersey. Hartford and Winnipeg could not move unless given permission by their respective states. Now, still, the prospect of the National Hockey League coming back looks good. So says Target Center Executive Director Dana Warg.
I think that within 2 years, and that's a long time, but within 2 years, I think that hockey could return to the Twin Cities and the Target Center.
All right, speaking of hockey, the New York Rangers may want Mark Messier to do more predictions following tonight's Game 6 meeting with the Devils. Messier told the New York newspapers he guarantees a victory tonight. And Messier went out and single-handedly made himself a prophet, scoring not once, not twice, but yes, folks, 3 times tonight. Messier's first career playoff hat trick and an open netter right there. But more importantly, it forces a Game 7 Friday night in the Big Apple. Playoff hoops, Game 2 of the West final, where Houston leads Utah 1-0. Why was Hakeem Olajuwon named MVP? Well, he's the human eraser at one end, and at the other end, he could put the brown thing and the round thing. Hakeem doing it all, and the Rockets right now leading the Jazz late in the 4th quarter. It happened tonight in Houston. Turbo Man, the Rocket mascot. You know, if the movie industry is ever short of stuntmen, give this guy a call. It happened today in Oakland. Long fly ball to left field. Geronimo Baroa brings it back into the yard. And a great catch it was. Geronimo Baroa.
Oh, that's what you said.
I didn't hear you.
His first...
Thank you very much.
Right.
When we come back, his last chance to get it right in Minnesota.
But before we say farewell to Paul Douglas, here's a peek at how he's spending his final moments in the weather office.
Okay, Ken, come here. One more time. United States? Let's go over the states one by one. This is?
Texas.
Okay.
Oklahoma.
Okay.
Iowa.
We got some work to do here. This is, okay, if nothing else, you got to get the states right.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, one more time. Try it again. This is?
Philadelphia.
Okay, this is?
That's Washington.
Ken, we got a lot of work. We got a lot of work ahead of us. How much time do I have here? We're in
about 30 minutes.
We're in big trouble.
Tonight's KARE-11 weather has been brought to you in part by your local Jeep and Eagle dealer.
Okay, so you're the young, adventurous type. Get a legendary Jeep Wrangler at this low price. When you're ready for more room, consider the affordable classic Jeep Cherokee. And if you've reached the top, may we suggest an award-winning Jeep Grand Cherokee. There's a Jeep vehicle with your name on it. See your dealer to find out which one.
See your local Jeep and Eagle dealer today.
are you staring at me? What are you looking at? My patch? Underneath that patch is something so gnarled, so grisly, so ugly, they named me after it. You still want to see it? Are you happy now? Quit staring at it. Go get a pig's eye and stare at that instead.
Protect your home against summer extremes with Dutch Boy and Cuprinol from Menard. Dutch Boy Dirt Fighter exterior flat paint resists blistering and peeling, now $11.88 a gallon. Cuprinol stain and preservative protects against rot and mildew. Choose solid or semi-transparent colors for $12.77 a gallon. Clear Deck Seal is designed for pressure-treated wood. It's on sale for $7.95 a gallon. Paint and save at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
You guys have been terrific, and I think the weather's going to be interesting in Chicago. I can't imagine that I'm going to be working with a group of people as good as this, and so I'm taking you all with me. Thanks for putting up with me for 11 years. How many of you do I owe money still? This will enhance the credibility, won't it?
Newsroom.
I'm your new weather guy. Hi. CBS, yeah.
For the first time in my career, I'm speechless. It won't happen again. You guys are great, and many, many thanks. And Ken, take it away. Okay?
I think we're still in shock.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, here you are for your final appearance. Oh.
I hate saying goodbye. I really do.
Well, it's taken a couple months here to get to.
I tell people it's like attending your own wake, you know?
This has been like the movie Ishtar.
Yeah.
Yeah, about as many extras, too, in fact. First things first. Chooch, would you tilt down, Bob Rivard? Okay, I just want to show you folks, I can wear attractive footwear, okay? Wait, was that stuff? I apologize for the Pat Miles special, that stuff I was wearing. But all right, here's tonight's winning weather spy photo. These are special friends. We have neighbors. We have my folks who flew in from Pennsylvania and also from the Baltimore area, and loved ones who stopped by tonight to share this magical moment. All of them out here reminiscing about all the forecasts I've blown here in the last 11 years. It's been 11 years at Channel 11, and now I'm moving to Channel 2. So hope that trend doesn't continue. But anyway, it's been great, and I appreciate all these folks stopping by and sharing this moment. Okay, the almanac one more time. One thing that I can get right is what happened earlier. 70 was the high today, a low 53. We had about a quarter inch of rain, even some hail. I mean, we had hail, we had locusts out here this afternoon. It looked nasty for a time. 55, partly cloudy, a northeast breeze at 12. The dew point 45, humidity 69, and the barometer 2986. And it's on the rise. Okay, one more flyby, although Ken Barlow will be your new pilot here at 5, 6, and 10 as we fly you in. All the wild weather today was over the east and the central U.S. Some reports of quarter-size hail in Wisconsin, some gusty winds as we fly you right into this mess. Thankfully, all the heavy weather is now moving off to the south and east of us, and we will be drying out nicely here over the next few hours. Skies are mostly clear, and that trend is going to continue. We're heading into a beautiful stretch of weather here, lasting right through the end of the week. Good luck, Ken. There's Ken showing up, actually, on the system. Poor Ken. All right. One more look at what's happening right now. Showers and thunderstorms tracking off well to the south and east of us. A clearing trend setting in, high pressure in control, and that's going to mean a weather winning streak beginning tomorrow and lasting right through the weekend, up in the 80s by this weekend. Temperatures now falling through the 50s at this hour. Just a few straggling showers. They're petering out rapidly now. Would you believe frost for northern Minnesota? There is a frost advisory in effect north of Detroit Lakes and Grand Rapids. No frost expected in the metro. Look at these 80s, and here's the jet. That jet is going to buckle, and there's going to be a big warm ridge of high pressure over us this weekend. Back into the nice stuff here in the next few days. Our forecast for tonight looks pretty quiet. Skies will be clear to partly cloudy, 39 to 44 tomorrow. Looks lovely. Plenty of sun, 66 to 71. Here's the rest of the outlook. Friday sunny, Saturday sunny, Sunday sunny. Why am I leaving? Temperatures way up in the 80s. All right, one more chance to get it right. I'll be back with some other stuff coming up next.
When a Cub reporter takes on a veteran newsman,
I put my story to bed hours ago. How about you?
they'll discover there's nothing like a killer story to bring two rivals together.
Hang on, Peterson!
Julia Roberts.
No more tricks.
I thought you were one of them. Nick Nolte. No more double crossing.
Perfect. Oops.
I Love Trouble.
Piercing.
Rated PG. Sneak preview Saturday, June 25th.
If you're looking for a way to get from here to there that eclipses all other forms of transportation, look at this, the Mitsubishi Eclipse. Now you can buy a 94 Eclipse for $159 a month with $500 down. Or buy any 94 Eclipse and get factory cash back. The Eclipse from Mitsubishi, the new thinking in automobiles.
Where I come from, it's like the Wild West of Mexico. So here, they call me the cowboy. I like food with flair, like my twice grilled barbecue burrito. Grilled chicken. I love that sound. With sauteed peppers and onions. Finito? Oh no, I grill again and baste with Tex-Mex sauce. You ready to taste barbecue, partner?
The twice grilled barbecue burrito at Chi-Chi's, where the recipes are as fresh as the food.
Not far from your home, there's a place you can count on low prices day in and day out.
Your Twin City Walmart stores are proud to contribute to the Children's Miracle Network. All the stores in our area have been raising money to contribute to our children's hospitals. At your Brooklyn Park Walmart, we've been raising money through popcorn sales, a chili lunch, and Easter Bunny photos. This is a great cause, and we're proud to contribute to the Children's Miracle Network.
Walmart, always the low price.
Yeah, the Windy City. The ironic thing is I am not abandoning Minnesota. I will be back quite a bit here with Earthwatch, with the software company. I just won't be showing up at 5, 6, and 10. It's now Barlow's backyard.
I'm coming, sir.
And you are...
I am that...
You're going to sing a number of, right?
I'm the other weatherman with the receding hairline.
Yeah, okay. We could talk a lot about hair, but there's just not enough time. This is the handing over of the clicker, and this is a pretty big deal. Okay.
Okay.
Now, earlier we were going over all 50 states. You know which finger to use.
I finally got them right.
Which finger to use while pointing at the map and
Yes.
all of that.
Yes.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Very much.
I have the utmost faith in you, Kenny.
Thanks.
You're going to be great.
Thank you, you fool.
Yes. All right.
I want to speak on behalf of everybody here at the station and across the Twin Cities. Really, I'm replacing a legend, which is a very, he doesn't like to hear that, but it's true, and everybody knows it. 11 years here, and you really made a mark here in the Twin Cities.
Hey,
and
Paul,
you
Ken?
Yes?
Hey, Paul,
yeah.
Ken's being very gracious right now, perhaps just a touch smarmy.
Yeah.
Take a look at what I saw going on earlier this week. Watch this, Paul.
What?
Watch this.
It's almost ours. This entire gig is almost ours. We've rummaged through the weather closet and come up with a box full of his stuff, and now it's time to divvy it up, okay?
All right, okay.
Here's the trade.
All right.
His prized possession, the Willard Scott photo for Bart. Deal?
All right, okay.
Thank you. Now, this is big.
Oh,
Left over from the fishing opener.
I want those. He signed them and everything.
Paul Douglas's underwear. Not only did he sign them, he's worn them.
All right. Okay.
Deal? I keep them? I keep them. You can have this, though.
All right, I get
You can have that.
the magic forecasting troll. We'll just keep rubbing his head and it'll
Like we do to Paul.
Yeah, we'll
give you the
keep
forecast.
giving the forecast. What about the backyard?
The backyard is something I've been thinking about long and hard. How's this for a deal? Just split it right in half. Right down the middle. We can even draw a line if you want. But it'll be ours, not just his, ours.
Okay,
Okay?
all right.
And I get this. Do you know what this is?
I sure do.
Paul Douglas's very own clicker.
It's still warm.
And it's still warm. How humiliating.
Oh, man.
Mr. Douglas, I have something. I have
shame.
something. I have something that I do want to give to you as
lunch?
As an envious.
What the heck is that?
As an envious fan of basketball, you're going to a city that has one, so I wanted to give you a Chicago Bulls.
Well, thank you.
Cap. And,
thank you very much.
And thank you for the clicker.
Yeah. Hey, best
and all
wishes
your
to you.
years. Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Ken. Good luck.
Good luck. Good luck to you.
Good luck. Thanks, everybody. Okay, Sunrise. The Sunrise show is about another 8 hours. Can you stick around here? Thanks very much. And I want to thank you folks. This is dragging on entirely too long. I'm flattered, very flattered by this, but this is going on much too long. Over the years, I've tried to take the meteorology seriously. Obviously, as you saw in those clips, I've tried not to take myself too seriously. Done a good job of that, I think. But this is hard. It's hard leaving. It's been a good ride. What did I want to say here? Now, normally I'm so glib. I just wanted to say thanks. You know, I've been spoiled in Minnesota for 11 years. I've been spoiled by the weather. We've had Halloween megastorms. We've had superstorms. We've had floods. We've had droughts. I think it's going to be impossible to top just in terms of interesting weather in Chicago. And certainly the people have been terrific. I want to thank you for your patience for putting up with all the blown forecasts. I'm going to go down to Chicago and get it wrong down there. And I'm going to miss these guys. Paul and I and Russell, the gang, Pat Miles, everybody, it's been great. I mean, you guys are more than colleagues. I consider you family. Big dysfunctional family, but we're family, twisted family. But we've had fun, and that's going to be probably impossible to repeat. So I want to thank you for bearing with me these years.
Mm-hmm. Well, it certainly has been a pleasure. Let me just say that your presence has enhanced my personal life and my professional life, and for that I really am indebted. And you'll always have my friendship and my respect and my trust.
I appreciate that, Paul.
I really mean that.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much. What's this? Oh, no.
I was saying to Di, we're down to out of the original 4, we're down to 2 of us. I said to Di, we're gonna have to do the news like this from now on. We're gonna have to walk around the building that way.
I'll be back, maybe to wash your car or something, Mr. Majors, in 5 years.
Anytime you want. You're more than welcome.
It's been great. Continued success. All right, Di? Paulie?
Good luck.
Russell, good luck to you. And thank you. Thanks for bearing with us.
You know, this has dragged on longer than Ishtar. We'll sign off now, but again, it certainly has been a pleasure.
Thanks, Paulie.
That will do it for us tonight. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Some of us will.
Good night.
Just or on the unjust, rain it must. I'm only just a lonely weather